Today we are going to start with OpenAI's Chatgpt. So if you open the site, so it has given a quick start guide. So using this guide, you can easily communicate with the AI, whatever that software. So using chat, we have to do it. So how to chat? That's the main thing. So let us go down and see some examples. Like this is one example. Like we can ask suggest one name for a horse. So when you type it, it will give an output. So it has suggested a lightning name for the horse. Now if you go more specific, like suggest one name for a black horse, so that time it will not give lightning because you are telling black. So what it will give is, if you have given specific word black, so it will give good name midnight. So this is how it works. So you can increase the complexity. For example, suggest 3 names for a horse that is superhero. So this is very specific kind of question. So if you run it, it will give 3 names: Super Stallone, Captain Colt, Mighty Mustang. So these are all superhero names and it's related to horse too. Now you can further make it more complex, like suggest 3 names for an animal that is superhero. So here animal cat, names captains Sharpclaw, Agent Fluffball, the Incredible Feline. Similarly for dogs, 3 names. So if it is horse, it will give something like this. So here you are making the machine to learn using this method. So if you're telling, if I give cat, you should give names like this. If I'm giving dog, you should give like name like this. So horse, how it should give. So this is a logical ability. So it will give some logical name. So based on the above thing only, it has given some names. So this is how it becomes more complex. So the more input you give, the more the machine is learning, the more complex output it can give. But if you don't give it all these things, output may not be like this. So now go to the settings. Now same thing, the above what you have given here, we are typing it here too, but here we have made some changes. So one of the changes is temperature. So what is this? You may have noticed that if you submit the same prompt multiple times in the example above, then it means if you give the same thing again and again, if you run it, like I'm running it. So if you run it multiple times, the model would always return identical or very similar completion. Okay, this is because your temperature was set to 0. Now if you set the temperature to 1 and the same thing which we used earlier, like in the earlier here, if you use it here, same thing, but temperature is 1, what will be the output? It will be different. It will not be the same as a Super Stallone, Mighty Mare, the Magnificent Queen. So Thunder Hooves, Galloping Guardian, Miracle Mare, this kind of name. I'm going a little further. If I make it to 2 temperature, what would be the answer? Let us see. Okay, it has gone to a bizarre output. It's a big name. Now if I go back to little 1.09 like this temperature, it is different from earlier one. It's not same as one. If you make it one back, what will be the output? What do you think? Will it be same as earlier or it will be different? So let us see. Yes, it's same. So everything depends on the temperature. So temperature of 1 will give this, temperature of 0 will give whatever we got earlier. If you go up, same thing. Okay, so this is how it works. So based on the temperature it works. So what is temperature? Controls randomness, so lowering results in less random completion. As the temperature approaches 0, the model will become deterministic and repetitive. But what I can see is like if I make it 1, still it is repetitive. I don't think. I'm resetting it. Sterling Crusader, yeah, changed. The last one is Lightning Saber. It's also changing. Let us see again. Yeah, so it changes. So temperature of 1 changes. 0 means it will not change. It will be white. Same thing every time. So deep dive. So further understanding tokens and probabilities. So if you go in probability thing, I have written I have an orange cat named Butterscotch. So common words like cat are single token, while like cat is a single token, while less common words are often broken down into multiple tokens. This is how the AI works. For example, butterscotch. So it translates to 4 tokens: but, ters, cot, and ch. So this is how it's broken that thing into multiple. Cat, named, orange, and I have all are single, but this butterscotch is a longer word, so it has broken into multiple parts or tokens. So many tokens start with a white space, for example hello and bye. So given some text, the model determines which token is most likely to come next. For example, the text horse are my favorite here is most likely to be followed with the token animal. So if you see here, animals 49% is token is animal. Animals is 42.58 and slash n is 3.49, and this is 0.91% probability. This is where the temperature comes into play. It's telling if you submit this prompt 4 times with temperature set to 0, the model will always return animal next because it has the highest probability. The highest probability is animal. So every time you run it with a 0 temperature, it will be same. So this is what it's saying. Horses are my favorite. The next word will be animal only. This is how it thinks. Or it actually doesn't think, it is just a probability of the next word. So if a temperature is set to 1, it changes. So first time is always animal because it has more probability. The horse is my favorite. Animals is the second probability. Third is this one. Okay. Again it goes back to the first one, animal. So it gets on repeating because there is no other option here, it seems. So it's usually best to set a low temperature for tasks where the desired output is well defined. That's what he's saying. Suppose because this with temperature on looks very absurd. This with temperature 0 it's perfect, quite understandable. uh, so it's telling a moderate temperature of 0.6 would work well. Build your application node.js or Python Flask. Now if you don't have node.js installed, install it from here. It's telling the then download the code by cloning this repository. So from GitHub you can get that. So I'm not going into that part today, so we'll say it some other day. Thanks friends.